Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Cindy, Mama, can you adjust your camera so I can see your mat? That's good. Yep, everyone is good. So you do need a chair and a TerraBand. My TerraBand, today I'm just taking the one that is broken and put together. You can see mine is a little bit on the light setting, and use the one that you have, the longest one you have, and I will show you how to modify. If it's too short and you feel like you cannot extend your arm enough, I'll show you how to modify, like to adjust the band. But right now we're gonna leave it aside. You have your chair, your Pilates ball, your tennis ball, and an ankle band. As always, if you have any discomfort, injuries, I always invite you to let me know, because then I can either plan a class that will include your needs and also show you modifications. So always let me know. And also, if you just feel like you need or you want something that we haven't done in a while, please, text me the day before or the night before and let me know. That's very important, because this practice is for you. We will get started with the chair and your little Pilates ball. We're just going to massage the low back. This is perfect for if you have back issues. So your knees are going to go right at the edge of the chair. And if you have an opening at the back of the seat, if you have one of those Costco chairs, this is my Costco chair, then you can slide your feet through. All right? Coming all the way down, make sure that your knees are over your hips, and then lift your hips and take the ball right under your sacrum. Open your arms in a T position, and then sway your hips to the right and to the left. And then over time, you'll be pressing your ball a little bit more. It's not with your muscles, but it's like compression. Allow your bones to be heavy. And now you are basically hydrating and trying to reset your SI joint. That's the joint where the sacrum and the pelvis meet together at the back. And on some of you, you might feel one side is pressing on the nerve. You feel like a little radiation. Go to the other side and stay a little longer on that side, the opposite side, and see how that goes. And then test it again and see if it feels a little better on the opposite side. And you might feel that it is still a little bit, not as much, or the same. Go again to the opposite side. Where we usually feel the pain doesn't necessarily, that's the origin of the discomfort. It could be very well from the other side. And there is actually something to do with the nerve system. I can't explain it exactly, but I remember that I learned a long time ago, and somebody said, if your pain is on the left, go to the opposite side and breathe. It's the way your nerve system works. And now a little bit more pressure on the ball, a little more movement, a little, maybe even a hula hoop on the ball. Good. And then lift your hips and take the ball towards your low back. So your glutes are in the air now, and you're right on your lumbar. And to the right and to the left of your spine are the QL muscles. Those are muscles that connect your lower back ribs to the top of your hips. So we try also to create a little balance between the right and the left. And especially if you have scoliosis, this is something constant you have to do, because we can't really fix scoliosis, but we try to create stability mobility in what we do, the myofascial release. Good. Circle your ankles. You may notice that you have some cracks and all that because you're hydrating your tissue. And I slowly press the edge of the chair and lift your hips, move the ball out of your way. Move your chair out of your way. And I take the ball under your cervical spine. Widen your scapula. And I turn your nose right and left. And now we're connecting the dots. We started with the hips, the spine, and now we're going through the cervical spine. Take your time. If you go just superficial, okay, then it's just going to stay superficial. But over time, just put a little more pressure on the ball. Notice what comes up. Notice if the right side or the left side. And at one point, you might feel some tension traveling down your hips or your spine. Wiggle your hips a little because you're stretching out the tissue. And our goal is to create this fluidity through the whole body, energetically. Good. Slowly come up. We're leaving the best for last and the most challenging for last. Some of you may need a block under your head if it's too much, but now you're going to go right in the middle of your spine, not between your shoulder blades, but right in the middle. So right between your low ribs and your lumbar, okay? The very bottom of your ribs. Either you take your hands behind your head, lift and lengthen your tailbone, walk your feet slightly forward, and now a back bend. And now breathe and expand your chest, widen your collarbone. You may start with a block under your head, and as you create more space, eventually you don't need the block. And now just sway your knees right and left ever so slowly. And notice what that area is telling you. This is a very busy section, like a hinge. Your psoas originate from the front of that spine where you are. So visualize an energy line from the front of your spine where the ball is all the way to your inner thighs. Poke the ball and deep breathing. Now lift your hips off the floor and then sway your hips right and left. Vicky, get rid of the ball and the block now, or whoever else has a block. And now with your hips off the floor, it's more accessible. And now we're just swaying right and left. And when you do this type of work, your practice will be much better because you're not sluggish. And now slowly, slowly release. Come to your elbows, move the ball out of your way. You might feel some tingling heat and then lay on your back and see how amazing you feel. Notice the vibrations. You may feel like your legs want to stretch out. They're just falling out because your energy is flowing. Remind yourself you could do this in 5 minutes, just like what we did. You feel a little stiff? Just do that little warm up. All right. Come back to your ball. Take the ball right under your sacrum. Palms in an upside down V. So make sure you're not on your tailbone, but you're right in the middle of your sacrum so you feel stable. Now press your sacrum to the floor. When you press your sacrum, you'll feel your core coming together. Visualize a small ball at your pelvic floor like you're holding your pee. And now lift your feet together. Flex your feet, lengthen your sit bones. Squeeze that imaginary ball between your thighs. Stay here. Lengthen and notice your body wants to go to your tailbone. Lift your tailbone up. Stay calm in your upper body. And now everything is working. Visualize your bones are coming towards each other through the midline. Spread your toes. Knees over your hips. Lift your right hand up and lift your left hand up. Some of you can do this with closed eyes. Your muscles are hugging in your sacrum again, notice. For 3, 2, and 1. Open your arms in a T position, drop your feet down, sway your hips side to side. So as you're doing strengthening, you may also feel some adjustments when you're coming back because you're mobilizing and healing your connective tissue. Adjust your body if you need to. Inhale, feet together, find your pelvic floor active. Now lift your feet. Gaze up towards the ceiling, inhale, and now take both feet, point the feet, and tap the right side of your body. Use those obliques. Don't let your shoulders help you. Lift up like you're grabbing a heavy weight in your feet. Exhale, take your toes to the left. Gaze up and notice you might feel a little achiness. Breathe through the achiness because maybe this will release that tension. Lift it up, inhale. Exhale to the right. Core active. Don't let your shoulders help you. Lift it up. Exhale left. Breathe. If you feel achiness on the left, engage your right glute more. For 3, 2, 1. Lift up and lower down. Massage, massage, massage. Good. Lift your hips. Move the ball out of your way. Ooh, really flat. Take your ball between your thighs. Palms alongside your body. Spread your toes. Widen your collarbone. Inhale. Ever so slow and small bridge. Lift your tailbone only. Lift your sacrum. Lift your low back and stay here. Close your eyes and take a moment to visualize an old orchid plant. All the roots are dry. And are you trying to soak those roots? So it's not just putting the plant under the water and all the water goes out. You're soaking it in and then the roots are slowly soaking that water. That's you coming all the way to your bones. You slowly trickling down. If you went too high, it will be the superficial fibers. We're trying to go in. And when you go in, you become a powerhouse. And now breathe and make sure nothing in your low back. Engage your lower glutes towards the midline. Claw the mat with your toes. And now lift only 1 inch and stay. And breathe and feel. Your shoulders are relaxed. And lower 1 inch down. Ooh. Lift it up 1 inch and breathe. Still watering your roots all the way to the bone. Lower down. Lift and hold. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your hips, lower 1 and 2 and 3. I hope you all felt every part in your body working. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Very nice. Move the ball out of your way. And now find your ankle band. We'll just do, watch me for a moment. We're gonna do abduction and resetting your hips. So the whole time we're lifting the right leg, the left hip is grounded. Okay, and now you have a strip of light outside of your hip, your knee, and your heel. Your knee would want to sway, that's external rotation. We want to do abduction, and your toes may want to turn. Keep your toes forward and parallel to the floor. So it's going to look slow. The slower you go, it'll be hard in the beginning. Okay, but then it's trickling and readjusting your hips. Don't let your left hip come off the floor. And then you're coming in like you're squeezing a ball between your thighs, which you did a minute ago. Okay, here we go. Hands in upside down V. Sacrum on the floor. You're not on your tailbone. You catch yourself every time. Ground your left foot and fire up the left glute. Lift your right foot 1 inch or so. And now find your strip of light and kick your leg out. Slow. Your foot would want to come up. Stay low. Keep breathing. Keep breathing here. When you feel you can go any further, go further a little bit more. And now hug those muscles for 3. Breathe 2, 1. Come back in and release. So you'll feel some tendons and ligaments are trying to readjust, and you're breaking that connective tissue around your hip. Go with it. Inhale. Same leg, sacrum on the floor. Press your sacrum. Lift your right foot. Take it out to the right. Keep going. Toes are forward. Don't lose your left hip for 5. Relax your shoulders. 4. 3. Think of your bones moving. 2. 1. Come back in and rest. Oh, shake it off. You can feel it. So we're going in the deep end, but you have amazing flashlights and a lot of knowledge. You know why we're doing this. Inhale, last one. Press your left leg, pelvic floor in and out. Relax the shoulders, lift your right foot. Open to the right, slow. Keep going. Each time you're going deeper, you're breaking more connective tissue. You're readjusting your hips. Lots of stability here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in and rest. Shake it off. Take a moment, notice your right side of the body, notice the vibrations, flush it out. A new foundation on your right side of your body, that's how you think. Press your right leg down, glutes active, lift your left foot. Find your strip of light, on your sacrum, not your tailbone, open to the left. And notice why this side feels different, and how do you breathe? How do you shine a brighter light? And where do you hug those muscles a little more? Especially when you at the edge of your range of motion here. Find the edge, don't lose your right hip. I'm putting my right hand on the right side of my hip to ground me, and then come back home and rest. There's a lot of tension and emotions that you might release here. It's all normal. Inhale, pelvic floor in and up. Lift your left foot. Extend your leg. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in and rest. Inhale. Last one. Press pelvic floor in and up. Suction that ball at your pelvic floor. Lift your left leg. Kick it out. Don't lose that ball. Kick, kick, kick further than your comfort zone because that's where you grow. Don't go where it feels good. Go where it feels challenging for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in and rest. Excellent. Get rid of the ball. Take your hands, interlace behind the right hamstring. Bend and straighten that leg. Toes towards your knees, and then point your toes and bend your knee. Plantar flex. Dorsiflex, sorry. This is flexing, and not plantar flex, you're pointing. Shoulders down. And dorsiflex, breathe, toes towards your knees. Resist your hamstrings to your hands and your sit bone forward. Decompressing, and I circle your ankle. Good. Stay here. Take the Pilates ball and bend your knee. Take the ball right in front of your shin. Depress the shoulders, gaze up. Inhale. Exhale, lift your shoulders, gaze up. Depress the shoulders down. Try to stay on your sacrum as best as you can. And then bend your knee and come down. Inhale. Sacrum down. Exhale, extend your leg, lift your shoulders, lift your chin. Some of you want more. Extend the left leg and keep it up. Not too low where you're arching your back. That's just an option. Lower your left leg and bend your right knee. Inhale, depress the shoulders, press your sacrum. Exhale, lift your shoulders, extend your leg or legs. Breathe in here. 3, 2, 1. Drop your left leg and bend your right knee. Press the ball to your shin, depress the shoulders. Last one, inhale. Sacrum on the floor before you go anywhere. Crush the ball, but crush your sacrum to the floor. Your core is already working here. Now squeeze your inner thighs, suction that little ball in your pelvis. And now extend the leg with that, lift your chest. Extend your left leg. Lift your leg until you feel your core is active for 3, 2, 1. Take your ball to the right. Lift your chin up. 4, lift a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Come back home and rest. Exhale it out. Take your hands behind your left leg. Interlace your hands. Point your toes on the inhale. Exhale, dorsiflex, toes towards your knees. Resist your hamstring to your hands. Depress the shoulders and lengthen the left sit bone without going to your tailbone. Point your toes, bend your knee, inhale. Exhale, flex and breathe and lengthen. Press your sacrum down. Learn your habits. Sometimes we do so many things the wrong way, we don't even realize. Bend your knee. So scanning your body again and again makes you a better and smarter technician. Exhale, extend the leg, point your toes, shoulders down. Lengthen the left hip forward. Don't go to your tailbone. Circle your ankle a little bit, and then bend your knee and find your ball over your shin. Depress the shoulders. Press your sacrum to the floor and suction the little ball in your pelvis. Exhale, lift your shoulders off the floor, reach up. Breathe. Bend your leg and come back down slow. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen and lift your shoulders, lift your ribs off the floor. Sacrum on the floor, maybe you extend your right leg. Depress the shoulders, look at your legs, find your train tracks. Straight aligned legs. Bend your legs, come down to the floor, crush the ball. Inhale. Press your sacrum, find a little ball at your pelvis, extend your leg, lift your shoulders, maybe a little more, extend your leg, not too low. Breathe here, spread your toes. 3, 2, 1. Lower your legs, take a little break. Inhale. Last one, exhale, lift, reach, reach, reach. Gaze up, chin is up. Lift your ribs a little more, take it to the left. Lift your chin a little higher and depress the shoulders. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Come all the way down, up. Doing okay? Ooh, yeah, take a little water there. Flush it out. Okay. If you have glasses, take your glasses off. And we're gonna give a massage to the temporalis, the jawline here. The word is escaping me. TMJ. Okay. So rest on your left side. And now you're gonna take the ball right at the edge of your jawline. Okay, the right at the top in front of your ear. Okay, somewhere around there. So the temporalis starts, it connects from the side right above the eyebrow on the left, and then it goes down towards your cheekbone on the edge. So let's start there first. Move your hair out of your way. And now crash the ball, turn your nose down and up a little. The key is to keep the pressure on the ball. Open your mouth for a moment so we're not overly clenching the teeth here. And just seal your lips gently, relax the shoulders. You might feel that it's traveling towards your hips. Wiggle your hips a little bit to release. It's very interesting how different parts in the body, which you already know, but you would think, how is this connected? It is connected because this indirectly connects towards your sternocleidomastoid, it's all neighboring, and then that affects the rib cage affects the hips. And then by pressing your hip joint, the left hip joint, you're also resetting. You're stressing the tendons and ligaments and muscles and connective tissue. Good. And now take the ball right under your jawline, like you're trying to squeeze the ball between your collarbone and your jawline here. You may have to help yourself to squeeze that ball. And then turn your nose right and left. Make sure you're not compressing your breath here. And we're just creating a little forgiveness here through the scalings. And the sternocleidomastoid. Wiggle your hips, stick your tushy in and out. And circle your right shoulder joint, the top one, yeah? Wiggle your toes and come up. Feel the tingly, the heat, whatever that is, and slowly come back. Starting at your jawline and towards the temporalis here, right above the eyebrow and the edge in front of your ear. You're resting on your right. Scoot your hips down. Grab the ball with your left fingertips and then forward and slightly back. Keep the pressure. Can you hear me now, guys? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. The Wi-Fi went off for some reason. Okay. Or some woman is on the screen. Let's see. Everyone is off. That's good. You're all muted. All right. So going into that jawline again, temporalis. Press the ball, press the ball, press the ball. Move your glasses. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Wiggle your toes. And if you had a long day, this is such an amazing way to rewire your nerve system. And then lift up and take the ball right under your jawline, between your collarbone and your jawline. Press, press, press. And visualize that space through the scalings, also the sternocleidomastoids. Open your mouth for a moment. Slowly release it. Extend your leg and come up to a seat. All right. Now, come to your right forearm and extend your legs. Lift your chest up so you're not compressing that right shoulder. Take your arm, I'm on my right side, lift your chest. Front lower ribs are doing a little crunch, and I scissor your legs. Squeeze your legs, breathe in here. If you feel some pinching, engage your glutes more. And then change your legs. Whoa, lift up. Squeeze those inner legs. Change. Gaze forward, not to strain your neck. Scissor your legs the other way. Squeeze. Bend both knees. Drop your feet down to your knees down to the floor, and I take the ball over your head. Breathe here. Lift your chest off the floor, as if you're doming your back. And I slowly come up. Scissor your leg one way. Breathe, and then change. Lift your chest. Bend your knees. Down. Take your ball over your head. Lift your chest up. You might even lift your right hip off the floor a little. Feels really good on the left side. And breathe into the left back body. Ooh, I just adjusted my back. Lower the right hip down if it was up. Lift your chest up, inhale. Extend your legs, scissor. Change your legs. Ooh, lots of everything here. Lift off your shoulder. Bend your knees. Drop, reach over your head. Lift your chest off the floor. Maybe your right hip and thigh come off the floor. Breathe, shift your weight to the left. Lift your back ribs. Bring your chest forward. It's a great stretch here for 3. Breathe into your back body, 2. In 1. Oh, that was the best one ever for me because I have scoliosis. Oh, okay. Sometimes you hit the right spot and it feels great. All right, side B. You're on your forearm. Extend your legs. Now lift your chest up, but don't flare your ribs. So there's a little crunch with your front lower ribs. Gaze forward. Scissor your legs. Your obliques have to work super hard here. Your adductor muscles, everything is working. Your flexors. Extend and change. Woo. So there's a lot going on here. Lift your arm. Breathe, chest up towards the crown of your head. Scissor your legs again, squeeze. Can you lift a little higher? Depress the shoulders, change it up. Ooh. Stay right on the hip. Bend your knees. Reach up and over your head. Stay here for a moment. Lift your chest off the floor. Depress the right shoulder. Maybe you lift your left hip and shift to the right a little. Breathe. Slowly come back up. Lift your arm, inhale. Extend your legs, scissor your legs one way. Lift your bottom leg up a little more. Shoulder off your ear, change it. Bend your knees with control. Lower, reach. Inhale, depress the right shoulder, hollow your belly, lift your left hip off the floor and thigh. Shift your weight to the right. Breathe here. Take advantage of the back body stretch. Hips towards the back wall, ribs towards the front. And now your low back is stretched out. Slowly come back in. Last one. Lift up, inhale, gaze forward. Extend your legs, scissor your legs. Don't compromise. Lift more than your comfort zone because that's how you get better. Yes. Change it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees with control. Don't be sloppy. Reach. Depress the right shoulder. Lift your chest off the floor. Lift your hips. Shift to the right a little. Core is active. Oh, that's the best stretch I've had in, I can't even believe how long. Slowly release and come down. And I want to talk about that. I spoke about it for years and weeks, especially the last few weeks. When your connective tissue is hydrated, you're in that place where you don't feel the stiffness and the achiness, okay? So the more you prep your body, the better and the faster you're gonna progress and heal. When your mind or your muscles wanna push you too far, you're gonna feel when you come out of it, I went too far, and then there are too many tears. But when your body, like what we've done, all the work we did today, like the prep and moving slowly, right now, after that, oh my God, this is like the best dessert I've had in so long because my tissue was happy and I was able to go to those places that I don't usually feel, but they felt good. It wasn't like I'm pushing it. So I am celebrating me today because it really feels amazing. I hope you felt it. I don't know. All right. We're going to transition to the chair. And you need your TheraBand. So, you're not, so you, of course your glutes, but you're not leaning on your back seat. So come forward a little. All right. You can take the ball between your thighs to keep your pelvis steady and even. And I take the band under your right foot. Feet are together. Now, if your TheraBand is long enough, okay, and pliable enough, you're gonna grab the top of your hand is grabbing the band with your left hand. Just watch for a second. I'm gonna do it this way so you can see. Okay, so if your TheraBand is like, oh, I'm just here. If you feel like, oh, this is like really fighting it, then make your left hand longer and grab the right hand shorter. All right? You need to. Your band is on the right foot. If you have enough to double it up, awesome. All right? Here we go. Your chest is tall, frontal ribs are down. Broaden your collarbone, inhale. And now go slow, go slow. Notice what's working every step of the way. Pull, pull, pull. Breathe here. Maybe you straighten your leg and the arm a little more. Bent elbow is perfectly okay. Better bent elbow and strong girdle and everything, but lift your elbow up. And then slowly release. Notice what's working. Inhale. Exhale, pull, pull. Bent elbow is awesome. Or extend if you have more. Your wrist is straight. Breathe. So, Diane, your left hand, mama. Your left hand, you're on your right foot and your left hand. Front lower ribs are down. 3. Depress the shoulders. 2. 1. Slow, 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 slow. Take a little rest. Marinate and notice what you felt and where you felt. Inhale. If you feel that your ribs are flaring forward, a block between your back, your mid-back, and the chair is great. Inhale. Shoulders depressed. Exhale, pull, 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 pull. Depress the shoulders. Lift your mid-back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, 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 and lower. Good. Take the band to your right hand. Maybe just one band C, okay? So I'm just gonna start with 1. Yeah, I'm gonna start with 1 because it allows me to go deeper into the connective tissue, but I'm using my own engagement here. So inhale, now your right hand. Lift slow, palm is down, palm is down. Lift, 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 stay here. Plug the arm in. 3, 2, 1. Lower, 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 lower. Don't lose the engagement. Plug the arm in, inhale. Lift your right hand up. Cindy, the right hand, mama. Right hand now is doing the work. Lift, 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 lift. Widen your collarbone. Hold it here. Plug the arm into the socket. Isometric movements here. Your core, glute, everything is working. You don't have to use heavy weights to get this beautiful work here. This is working on the deep layers of your connective tissue. Big weights work on the superficial, all right? And lower, not that it's bad, it's just different. And come back, take a little rest. When you do PT, they don't give you heavy weights, they give you band work because you need that stability first. Inhale, lengthen your tailbone. Pull, lift, 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 hold. Plug the arm in. Get into your bone. Keep hugging your muscles. 5, 4, 3. Get refined. Get small inside of your body. 2. This is it. Oh, exhale it all out. Okay, so now take the band with both feet. And now cross, make sure it's even. Cross your band, inhale. Now listen. Don't let your ribs flare. So gather your frontal ribs in like you're doing a little crunch with your upper abdomen. Widen your collarbone, open your hands in a cross, inhale. And at any amount, lift. Hold it here, hug your muscles to your bone. Plug the arms in. Your ribs are in. And now lower, 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 slow. If you need to make it tighter, make it tighter. If you need to make it looser, make it looser. Shoulders wide, front lower ribs, inhale. Gaze in front of your feet, way in front of your feet, like 2 feet, inhale. Core active, squeeze the ball a little, and now pull and hold. Wrist as straight, pull. What's working? Make friends with it. Plug the arms in when you find your maximum. That's where you celebrate. Keep breathing, 3. I love this because it's different for my body. I feel it. Lower, 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 and lower. Take a little rest. Internalize all the work and all the release as you strengthening, you detoxing as well, you mobilizing. Take your left foot with the band this time. Sit nice and tall. Give yourself a lot of band here, okay? All one, all one. Don't struggle. You want to have that range of motion. So now your left foot, your right hand is grabbing. Take your left hand to your front lower ribs to remind you to stay in here. Widen your collarbones, lift. Oh, this is hard. Breathe in here, plug the arm in. Notice why it's challenging. Bend the elbow if it's too difficult. I prefer you bend the elbow and lift the elbow up, like so, because then you really benefit. All one band again, yeah, and come down, 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 down. Inhale. So now I'm doing an inventory, and I notice even though I'm right-handed, this one is more challenging for me. I'm asking why. Inhale, hug muscle to bone, lift, tone. You need more tone from the bone out. Plug it in. Breathe. 4, 3. Visualize your elbow is coming towards the video camera here. 2, 1. Lower. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Take a little rest. Inhale. Depress the shoulders. Last one. Lift slow, 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 slow. Lift and hold. Getting better. Plug the arm in. Lift taller. You're breaking through the cobwebs. And then your nerve system is like, oh, okay. Lift a little taller. 3, 2, 1. Lower. Take a little rest. Cross your band. Palm is down. Left hand takes the band this time. Lift your chest up. Front lower ribs down. Lift, 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 lift. Plug the arm in. Front lower ribs down. Hold it here. Hug your muscles. Close your eyes. Try to sink all the way to your bone. 3, 2, 1. Lower, 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 and lower. Inhale. Plug the arms in, lift your chest. Lift slow, lift slow, lift slow, and lift and hold. Only shoulder height. Plug the arm in and lift your ribs up. Keep breathing here. Get small all the way to your bone. And you're breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release and come up. Cross your both feet. Keep your arms crossed. Inhale. And now, bend your elbows for a little bicep. And then lower, lower, lower. Don't release all the way. Bend your elbows all the way for 1. Front lower ribs in. Lower, lower, lower. Hold. Squeeze for 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Squeeze for 1. Hold. Little pulse. Lift up. Lower. Lift. Ooh. Lift. And 2. Oh my gosh. 1. And release. Okay. One last set because it felt amazing and necessary. You have your cross. Front lower ribs are in. Gaze forward. Hollow your belly. Lift your chest off the floor. Gaze in front of you 2 inches, 2 feet. And now open to the right and left. Widen your collarbone. Core is active. Wrists are straight and lower. Inhale. Exhale, open. Lower. Push and hold. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, get rid of all the nasty things. All right, before we do that, actually, stay there. Take your fingers, so grab your band in 2, right? And now take your thumbs, grab with your pinky finger the edges, and then slide your thumbs between. And now lift your palms up, inhale. Bend the left elbow, reach from the ribs, lift up. Ground the left sit bone down, and now breathe into that. And now don't use your muscles so much. Your bones are getting heavy, but your breath is doing the work. Come out. Inhale. Exhale, change. Lift your ribs, ground your hips, depress the shoulder. Notice the space between your ribs and your hips, your waistline, your low back. Slowly come up and release. Excellent. Shoulder rolls. Now watch here. We're going to stretch the inner thighs a little. So it's going to look like so. Walk away from the feet about 5 feet. Also, everyone is different, but I'm on my right leg. I'm going to take my left foot, the inner edge on the chair. And now I'm going to shift my weight back from the hip. You're going to rest your right arm on your right thigh and bend your right knee. Okay? And now you might need, you don't feel enough, walk your right foot further to the right and then drop your hips down and back. And when you get fatigued, just come all the way up. Inhale. From the hips, shift back. Core active. And now drop your sit bones back and take your shoulders with you. Drag your left heel towards your inner groin. Slowly come up. Oh. Unload. Last time, inhale. Exhale, sit back. Rest your forearm. Shoulders back, lengthen your tailbone. And now drag your heel to your hip, to your inner groin. For 3, 2, 1. Push and release. Shake it off. Go the other way. Inhale. Exhale back. Heel to your left foot if you need to. Shoulders away from your ears and core is in. Drag your heel towards your inner groin. If you feel too much around your knee joint, bend your knee, your right knee. and drag the heel towards your inner groin. Come up, don't wait for me. If you feel fatigued, come up and down as you feel you need it. Inhale, exhale back. Drag your heel. Lengthen your sit bones. And breathe a lot. Come up. Ooh. All right, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Dig your right inner heel to the chair and drag it towards your inner groin. Micro bend in your right knee for 3, 2, 1. Push and come up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Get rid of your chair. Find your Pilates ball. Find your tennis ball. Oh, let me adjust me. Okay. Take your tennis ball, you're on the floor, lean to the left and take the tennis ball right under the right below or around the sit bone, okay? Actually, straighten your right leg, straighten your right leg, straighten your right leg, okay? The sit bone is there, and now bend your left leg. Now lift your glutes off the ball and just rock and roll. Sometimes your knee goes to the right, sometimes the right knee goes to the left, and you bend and straighten your right knee. Okay, just go in different directions around the glutes and the attachments of the hamstring. So I bend and straighten my right knee, see? And then sometimes I bend it to the left and straighten as I go back, and I bend it to the right as I go forward. And then I want you to go towards your right inner glute. Lots of tissue in there, right around your butt crack. There's no any other way to say it. Oh, you're right at the edge and get inside of it, like little circles, little circles. Oh, and if you feel something, stay. And you might go all the way on that line towards your sacrum on that side. You might bend your knee. And then sway your hips right and left. I just released my mid back. You need to learn how to connect the dots. And then release it. Give your hands a little break before we go there. Take your right hand, thumb is in, and then thumb is in, and then 4 fingers, you're making a fist. Take your left hand over your forearm somewhere, and now like a jackknife, and there's a straight line here, your hand is straight. Drop your thumb down, and then lift it up. You want to be below the elbow with your left hand. There's resistance, like you're pulling. Yeah, we readjusting here the thumb, the tendons, the ligaments, and lift. Lower. So the radius bone connects here towards the thumb region, okay? And we put a lot of weight in there, weight bearing. Now pull down, you might feel some stuff. Yeah, you might feel some stuff. Pull that thumb down. Oh yeah, adjusted all of this, it's crazy. Okay, breathe in a straight line. Make sure your hand is straight. It's not sickling in or out. And I pull that thumb bone down. And slowly release and let it go. Open and close, shake it off. Change it up. Sit bone, ball right around, not right on the sit bone. You don't want to be right on the tendons and ligaments, be around it. And now bend your right knee. Lift your glutes off the floor, rock and roll. Less weight on your hands, okay? So your core is helping you a little here. And then as you bend your left knee coming forward, sometimes the knee goes to the left and sometimes it goes to the right, so you're hitting different fibers. And your ball might get lost and you just adjust it. And just go around it. Wherever you are, it's all good because they're all neighbors. You might do like a little circle. Just circle, yeah, whoa. Ooh, and if you find the pressure point closer to the glute, closer to the lower glutes, almost towards your perineum, always towards your anus there, yeah. All that area is hidden treasures, hidden treasures. Breathe in there, rock and roll. Maybe you can feel it radiating to your low back, SI joint, all good stuff. Wiggle your hips a little. Do a little circle. Maybe you go all the way to your sacrum on that side and roll to the left. Come down. Ooh. All right. Release it. Open left hand. Thumb goes in. Make a fist. Grab your right forearm. Depress the shoulders. Look at your hand. Make sure it's in a straight line. And now pull the thumb down. And then lift it up. Pull the thumb down. And lift it up. Pull the thumb down. Grab your hand, depress the shoulders. Pull the thumb more than you think you should. And then lift it up with resistance. Once again, push it down. There's my neck. And release it. Shake it off. Ooh, 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 ooh. Excellent. All right. You have your Pilates ball, you have your tennis ball. If you have your blue balls, keep them close by you and you can explore. See which one works better for you. So now we're gonna go with the ball from the outer glutes. Okay, like you almost wanna step on your ball. Okay, and then come up and over. Yes. For a moment, just stay here on your forearm and press that outer, the glute medius. Left leg extends and right knee bends. Just rock and roll. And now this is a very important area, okay? The glute medius stabilizes us when we walk, when we balance. And now we're hydrating. You want a little more? Take your ball or blue balls right above your knee. So if you took your 4 fingers and you wanted to grab the outer knee or above the knee, that's where your ball is gonna go. It's right at the ladder. You'll know when you're on it. Ooh. And then reach your left fingertips in front of you. And now breathe and rock and roll a little or not. Forward and back. Forward and back. We're just marinating here. Forward and back. Just so you know, this is all connecting to your hips, to your knee, to your ankle, to your low back, to your shoulders. And when you got that, rest on your right arm or on a block. And stay quiet. If your left knee bothers you, you can bend your left knee or you can put a block under your left knee. But now relax your fingertips. And you don't have to do a lot. We already hydrated that tissue. All you need to do is sink into the balls. Once in a while, you might straighten your right knee a little, drag it down, it's on the floor. And you might extend it out, but keep the pressure on the ball. If it's too much, stay quiet, but press the ball And be mindful of your left hand pressing too much to the floor. Maybe it goes on your hip. And you're moving super duper slow. Your interest is to find something that needs attention. My glutes are slightly engaged to protect my low back. And now my rib cage is going forward and back. Just to put more weight and less weight. More weight and less weight. Crash the Pilates ball. Crash the Pilates ball. And now you're inside of the hip, all the attachments. Breathe into your fingertips, into your feet. Wiggle your right ankle. Now listen, move the ball, the little ball, and I take your right leg. No, come up, come up, come up. We'll do that last. Come in a minute. You might feel a little heat under the Pilates ball. Pretty surprising. Okay, go to the other side. I have a student soon after, so I have to kind of like a little rush. Okay, so you're on the left, sit on the edge of the ball, just a little. Okay, and now lay on your forearm. Extend your top leg. Rock and roll over the ball. Forward and back. Crush the ball, crush the ball. Remember a little glute engagement here. Visualize your bone is sinking all the way to your pelvis, to your bone. Okay. Take your tennis ball right above your knee, about 5, 6, 7 inches. And then maybe you extend that left knee a little. Fingertips on the floor for the first few. And now rock and roll. Your right fingertips are diagonal. Just warming up here. Crash the Pilates ball. And now you can rest on your left arm. I'm on my left fingertips. If I press my whole hand, I know I'm going to overly stress my nerve system. And at one point, once I find the right groove, my hand will go on my hip. And right now, I feel like it's too stringy. There's a good word above my knee. So I need to let that tissue sink in before I can even move my left ankle. And that's okay, but I'm crushing the balls. Visualize your Pilates ball is sinking all the way to your spine on the left side. Lots of breathing, relax your shoulders. Whoa, yeah, and then a little rock and roll. Your foot is on the floor the whole time. Just drag it in, and drag it out. And notice this is a good moment to scan your body. Notice, is this tennis ball radiating to my hip? Is there a connection there that I feel maybe I need to do this more often? Once in a while, wiggle your hips. Stick your tushy in and out, or your rib cage, forward and back, whatever works. And now maybe you crush the tennis ball a little more. And crush the Pilates ball. Ah, nice. Release your shoulders, release the muscles. crush the tennis ball, and then crush the Pilates ball. Little hula hoop on the balls. Slowly come up and release. I have to tell you, from my experience over the years, what cleared my Crohn's is this type of work. Slow, steady, focusing on my breath, detoxing. This is what I call my therapy. When I spend time on my own with those little objects and I notice my weaknesses, my habits, you rewiring your nervous system, it is medicinal. There will be research about this, I'm telling you. It is just magic. If you do it and you do it again and again, I mean, some of you are starting to get the drug, okay? You fought it for a while, but you can see. All right, last one, guys. Pilates ball start from your pubic bone first, okay? Come all the way, walk your knees back. You right from your pubic bone, come to your forearms, interlace your hands, and tuck your toes under. And now don't let all this good work we did on the shoulders to go to somewhere else with tension. So relax and just tuck your toes under, your knees are on the floor, just rock and roll side to side. Glutes are active a little, just a little. And now we're getting into the lower abdomen transverse and then also the iliopsoas. We started with the psoas from the back when we laid on it. And now we're going from the front, it goes to the inner pelvis, right inner bone. So just in between, like if you had a pair of jeans and you open the zipper, okay, so where the zipper is on the right, on the left, a little triangle. That's where your body is going, in between and underneath the bone. Sway your hips like you're scraping that tissue. And you can't hurt yourself here. There's nothing, you know, you have bones there, so you are protected. Glutes are active. And now you might go up and down and go towards your navel and go a little more careful when you're towards your navel. Your toes are tucked under. Just go forward and back and then side to side. Go slow and crush the ball. Up and down. And then side to side. And now come up, scoot your body up. You right around your crease of your thigh. And then just rock and roll side to side. Come all the way out of there. And now take the ball towards your low back. We'll just reset the spine again. Your glutes are in the air. And now the ball is between your sacrum and your lumbar. And just sway your hips. Maybe you do a little hula hoop. And if you're doing a hula hoop, notice you're doing it always the same way. So go the opposite way. Good. Release, lift your hips, move the ball. Oh, stretch out your legs. Take the ball like a teddy bear to your heart center. Give it a hug. Widen your shoulders. Drop your ankles right and left. And visualize that ball is like a ball of light. Full moon. Full moon allows us to let go of the old, embrace the new, a new beginning. Bend your knees, roll over to the side, come up to a seat. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling in a receiving mudra. When you open, you receive and you share. Your heart is open. And I hope that your heart is filled with joy and gratitude, with a capital G, for everything you're able to do. With all the aches, how lucky we are to be here, to share this practice together. It's always an honor. Thank you for being here. I'll see many of you on Sunday, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Namaste, and thank you. I hope you feel amazing. Make sure you drink water. Thank you. Bye-bye.